Hey guys, here's a story about a guy who had a first date that went horribly wrong. I'm sure you've all experienced one or two dating mistakes. However, there are not many people who have had a girlfriend say to them on a first date, "You smell like feces." I will introduce his story and the reactions of those who heard it.
When I was still in college. At the time, I had never had a girlfriend before, but I succeeded in getting a first date, a big event. But there was one thing that troubled me. A date is a drive. But I had a license, but my car wasn't cool and it was my parents' car. A friend of mine felt sorry for me and offered to lend me his car. I knew that as long as I had a cool car, my date would definitely be a success. I picked her up at her house, we watched a movie, and then we went for a light walk in the park. It was a very fun date. But all of a sudden, while driving, she started fidgeting. "I'm sorry to tell you this, but..." "What?" I said. "Something smells." She said. I was so nervous that I didn't notice it, but when I took a good sniff, I was sure it smelled bad. I mean, it smells like poop. I couldn't get out because I was driving on the highway, so I opened all the windows anyway, and when I got off the highway, I checked the back seat and everything, but I couldn't figure out why. I thought the smell was gone because I had opened the window all the way, but when I closed the window and drove the car again, the smell started to be strong again. She said, "You stink. You suck," and she was in a bad mood. When I finally arrived at my destination, I checked again and saw that I had stepped in some dog poop. I was using my poop-stomped foot to accelerate, brake, and spread my poop. She got angry and left, and I was in tears. What saved me was that my friend laughed and forgave me. Well, they called me Mr. Poop for a while.
Next, let's take a look at Mr. Poop's, "Oh sorry," the reactions of those who heard his story.
That was a disaster, Mr. Poop. That was fun. Thank you, Mr. Poop. Did you change the carpet or something, Mr. Poop?
I told them what happened at the gas station and they cleaned the inside of the car for me. They didn't replace it, but they cleaned it up really well and gave it some antibacterial treatment. And don't call me Mr. Poop.
Well, there it is. Dog poop saved you a lot of time and money wasted with that fucking bitch. You're the one who's most shocked because you don't know what's causing it, but her stink, "You suck," is terrible. You're lucky you didn't end up with such an inconsiderate woman. The smell of feces on a first date certainly makes me want to run away. Didn't you recently take a shit in this car and cleaned it? With that in mind, it made sense that I would want to run home.
How did you feel about it? That's it for this video. We will continue to cover all topics related to Japan, so if you have any topics you would like us to cover, please leave a comment. Thank you for watching to the end.